It takes roughly 3 days to fix nematodes and get them ready for mounting on slides. On the first day, take your nematode extract which you had collected earlier from your extraction setup. The nematode extract needs to be concentrated in a glass cavity block for fixing. For the purpose of this demonstration, we have taken a part of our nematode extract collected earlier. These are some of our nematodes in our glass cavity block which we will fix for the purpose of this demonstration. Now, to help concentrate nematode suspension, we need to make a very fine-tipped glass pipette, and for that purpose, we will modify one of these regular glass pipettes by hitting on a flame and stretching out the pipette tip as shown. The tip of the pipette can be opened by breaking like this, and the rubber stopper should be attached. This pipette will come in handy to concentrate our nematode suspension in the glass cavity block. Now, using a regular pipette first, excess water is sucked out carefully from the glass cavity block, and then to avoid sucking out nematodes accidentally, the pipette with the finer tip is used to further reduce the water to a few drops. If you're interested in fixing only some specific nematodes, you could alternatively pick them out in a small drop of water separately for fixing. When you are ready with your specimen, it is then time to fix them. Nematodes are often fixed with hot 4% formaldehyde. Hot fixatives are used for the dual purpose of killing and eventually fixing the nematodes. Here we are heating our fixative in a water bath on a hot plate until the temperature of the fixative is around 60 degrees Celsius. You could also choose to heat kill your nematode first, followed by adding the cold fixative on it. It is now time to drop the hot fixative on the nematode suspension. About 3 to 4 times more volume of fixative compared to the volume of the suspension can be used. The nematodes are soon heat killed and no movements observed. It is important to level the glass block using a pencil for a reason that will become obvious shortly. The nematodes are to be incubated in the fixative overnight at room temperature. The next day, the cavity block is transferred in a whack pot, which contains absolute ethanol inside, and a platform from 2 glass petri dishes as seen here. The whack pot should be closed and airtight and incubated further in an incubator of 40 degrees Celsius. The specimen should be incubated overnight, during which alcohol fumes formed in the whack pot will slowly start to dehydrate the fixed nematode specimens. On the third day, the whack pot is removed from the incubator. And then the glass cavity block from the whack pot. The glass cavity block is placed again in the incubator, and at this point we require Glycerol-Ethanol solution made at a concentration of 5% as glycerol and 95% as absolute ethanol. 2 to 3 drops of this Glycerol-Ethanol solution are to be added in the glass cavity block, leaving it half covered using one such glass covers. This step of adding 2 to 3 drops of Glycerol-Ethanol solution should be repeated every 60 minutes for about 5 to 6 times, during which alcohol will slowly evaporate and the dehydrated specimen will be eventually left behind in glycerol medium. As the final step of the third day, we will end by dropping on the fixed specimens 2 to 3 drops of glycerol-ethanol solution, this time prepared by mixing equal volume of glycerol and absolute ethanol. The specimen will be then left in the incubator overnight, and during which all the ethanol will have evaporated and the final fixed nematodes will be left behind in the glycerol. The next day, the nematodes are finally ready to be mounted on glass slides or cup slides in glycerine medium. Please check out our other video on how to mount a fixed nematode on a glass slide.